A brand new devlog for Elite Dangerous just got published, and now not only do we have the official operations launch date and a deep dive into one of the 6 operations that will launch, but Frontier have also just revealed a previously unannounced total stellar lighting rework that will be arriving alongside it. Let's dive into the breaking news. Let's talk about operations first then. As Frontier have announced previously, operations will initially ship with 6 separate operations that commanders can tackle, as well as being able to play in regular mode or power play mode, where successful completion of the operation will earn merits, as well as undermining a target system. The devlog today revealed that operations will be playable in 2 difficulty modes, and one of the short video clips that FDev have provided shows the 4 participating commanders on their podiums prior to the operation start, and in the bottom left of the screen you can clearly see the word easy. We're naturally assuming that the other level is of course hard or difficult. It was also revealed that whilst commanders are on hold in this pre-operation screen, they'll be able to play their characters' emotes. The specific mission that the devlog focuses on this month is called Operation Firestorm Rescue. This is the mission that was originally entitled Burning Rescue when we got our first look at the feature's opening 6 missions in last month's dev update. It's since been renamed to give it a slightly more dramatic moniker. Whilst individual operations can feature a mix of on foot and space gameplay, Firestorm Rescue is entirely ship based and tasks you and your squad of 3 other commanders with evacuating trapped hostages from an attacked station and bringing them to a rescue megaship that is parked nearby outside the station. What sets this operation apart from a standard burning station rescue is that the perpetrators are still lurking in the surrounding space, actively trying to thwart your efforts. To ensure maximum casualties, they have sealed the station's blast doors to trap everyone inside. Additionally, they've deployed what FDev calls environmental jammers on the station's exterior to cripple its climate control, whilst installing the delightfully monikered incinerators inside the docking bay that spike the building heat even further. They've essentially turned the station into a deliberate human barbecue. In order to successfully complete the mission, the team will need to hack or blow open the blast doors to gain access to the interior, destroy the environmental jammers to restore the station's climate control, and also hack and shut down the incinerator units inside the docking bay, and of course rescue the hostages to safety. Once again, all of this is happening while the perpetrators of this heinous atrocity are attempting to stop you. It has to be stressed that the assets Frontier have shared with us are from a work in progress build of operations, and so there's likely some balancing and adjustments still to happen, but a close analysis of those assets has revealed that for the operations shown, the blast doors have shutter clamps fitted which appear to be keeping the doors closed, and it can clearly be seen in the video that those clamps have a limpet docking port sub-target that will accept a recon limpet in order to override and blow the doors open. Further, again in the example we have, there are some 2,374 hostages in total to be evacuated and 14 environmental jammers on the station exterior to be dealt with. We can also see a currently unidentified barrel shaped protrusion on 2 of the outer faces of the rotating Coriolis. We've checked the version of this very station that exists in the game currently, and the barrel protrusions are not present. The video also shows the pilot targeting the environmental jammers specifically, and they are distinctly different objects to the barrels. From the look that we've had today and from what Frontier are saying in their blog, this specific operation at the very least will require coordination amongst the entire team to deal with multiple different threats at the same time. Threats not only to the team's safety but to the successful completion of the mission itself overall, and it's almost certainly going to need coordination and communication to be completed successfully. If things don't go according to plan however, and you do end up, well, dead, then you'll respawn in your ship, repaired and refueled and ready to rock, roll and try again, back on the operations runner, the sort of 4-player mini carrier where the operation launches from. The other big piece of operation news that Frontier let go today is the planned release date. Operations is now scheduled to hit Elite Dangerous in 5 weeks time on the 30th of June. Having dropped those bombs onto us, the developers are not done yet however. The operations update will also be deploying with a huge revamp and update to the game's stellar lighting system. Prior to the launch of Odyssey in 2021, Elite Dangerous had a much deeper and varied colour palette generated by the stars in its 1:1 scale galaxy. In today's devlog, the game's art director Chris Gregory describes the original colour palette as intense, and he's not wrong. The colour and hue of the primary local star used to taint and recolour everything around it in the system, and there used to be some particularly striking examples of this effect. The 2 screenshots that you can see on screen now show the same gas giant in the Taygeta system. The image on the left is from Horizons and the one on the right is from the game as it appears today. When Odyssey arrived, the stellar coloration was softened significantly in Chris's words when balancing the coloration with the need of on-foot gameplay. Chris explains that the team have been keen to revisit the system in an effort to get the balance right, and they're also aware that players have been asking for the system to be revisited as well. Frontier have provided some before and after screenshot examples showing the sorts of tones and hues we can expect from the update, and you can see those examples on screen now. At the same time, the team have revisited the background galaxy image, and in particular the stellar dust clouds of the galactic rim, using real world reference images to bring those clouds into much sharper contrast and making them more realistic. It's expressed in the devlog that, as you can imagine, this kind of change affects virtually every system and backdrop in the galaxy, so it's quite the task to undertake. It remains to be seen what the overall effect of this change will be, but if we see a return to the varied and much more dramatic lighting of years gone by, I think overall that is likely to be very well received. It's great to see our beloved and venerable space game getting new content and continuing updates to the engine and systems that underpin it all, and we're looking forward here to seeing more of what Operations has to offer when it finally arrives on the 30th of June. Are you already planning the outfitting for your Operations ships? Are you pleased to see the stellar lighting changes, and what star system will you go and check first when the changes arrive? Let us know in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe to the channel so that you see all our videos and community posts, and if you'd like to support our work here at the Buur Pit, you can also join us on Patreon. Links to that and everything else we've talked about in this video you'll find linked below. That's it for now. Thanks very much for watching. We very much look forward to seeing you next time.